Welcome in, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It's Tuesday, February 3rd, 7:30 Central Time, and I'm here with Parks. We have a very, very exciting announcement here for Flyquest Red.
Yeah, if you didn't see earlier on in the last few days, they finally announced the greatest stand-in of all time has joined the roster. Fox is finally an official part of the team. I don't think many people will be surprised by that. It's kind of easy to see when something like that comes up, but it's very happy that we can finally talk about it as if she's a part of the team and not just standing up. I made the joke. It's almost like we finally let her sit down.
The superest super sub that ever souped. Now she's official, and we're glad to have her. She's already been doing some great things on the up. Tonight, though, we've got the Battle of the 4 and 2s. So Flyquest Red and SKDC both sitting at 4 and 2. Uh, this is going to be a tough matchup for Flyquest Red. I'm not going to split hairs about it. SKDC, they are one of the better teams in the league. Even if the records are the same, I think it hides a lot of what they're capable of.
I think the best part about SKDC is the fact that Ocean has come back and he's still got a little bit of it. It's very nice to see. It's very funny to see Louis as well on that roster. Sorry, I know the FlyQuest Red roster is up right now, so it's Beyond Fox, Emmy, Vanessa, and Marie. Uh, it's so funny. Like I'm so used to seeing them now. It's like, yeah, the usual suspects. They're here. Fox is new, but it almost feels like she's kind of starting to fit right in. There you go. Ocean, Wumbo, Seabass, Louis, and DSR. I mean, I recognize three of those names. I don't know who Wumbo is, but I mean, Ocean, Seabass, and Louis. Those are three pretty recognizable names, if I do say so myself.
I mean, Ocean's always going to make me feel good because I'm never going to be the oldest person in the server when I'm casting for his games. So that's always a big plus for me. But yeah, you're right. Ocean, Seabass, and Louis are definitely a pretty high tier core as far as North American Counter Strike is concerned. So the girls are going to have their work cut out for them, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, we're coming off of, especially it was not a long match yesterday, but they had their Dust 2 US opener up against Wildcard. Didn't really go the way they wanted it to. Of course, they're coming in with the VRS points in play. They were coming in as a higher seed. They played on Mirage and Nuke. They didn't get they I don't they maybe got one round on Nuke and they got 4 rounds on Mirage. So it didn't go their way, except after the start was good and then from there it fell off. But yeah, I'm interested to see kind of how it goes here with with Mirage again. As Emmy talked about it last time we were here. It's just them getting comfortable on these maps, getting comfortable together as a five, getting well situated. And again, that big thing of Marie is the new IGL on the block. She's also playing from Europe. It is the middle of the night for her right now. It's late.
Well, and we got to see Flyquest Red play against Mirage, play on Mirage versus Spark Exchange last week. So, and Spark Exchange have the same win rate as everybody else that Flyquest Red are playing, right? They're also a 4 and 2 team. So it's just
Yeah.
like, it's not like you went and found, some main team and smurfed and beat them. Like, this was a tough team, and we're going to be back on Mirage tonight. So, hopefully we get a little bit more of that spark out of Flyquest Red to play against SKDC tonight. And I mean, you also called it out that a lot of the big leagues are starting to kick in now. We are in February. We've got CCT, we've got Dust 2, and we've got Knife Round. There it is, Ocean. Final destination, no items, Fox only. And Vanessa will be the one to emerge victorious.
And that'll set the sides up. So we'll get to see actually, this is the whole thing. I was gonna say, we're just gonna see SKDC on whatever, but it's fine. We're all set. We're all good to go. FlyQuest Red on the CT side. And a few more seconds here. It's always that little bit of that last that first minute. You get into the knife round, you do everything like that. It's kind of just setting it up. It's the machine is whirring up. The gears are starting to rotate. We're starting to get going here. Final few seconds before we are into the pistol round. and away we go.
Away we go. I will say, I noticed from the roster that we don't have Louis on the SKDC side, which is, I was a little bit curious about that because I went to go watch his stream the other day and I'm like, hey, he keeps talking about not being on a team. So I was a little confused to see that. So we'll see how this pistol round unfolds. Miles, this is a big push onto Cat for SKDC. Miles going to open up with a double, and that's going to unlock this B-bomb site pretty handily.
Ooh.
Emmy looking to swing the tide on back with a headshot on a DSR, but she's all alone. The rotation just arriving as the bomb goes down.
And that leg spot is going to give them a bit of information. Emmy's going to run out. They use the fake there, and they cleared out. No issue whatsoever. I was trying to figure out how everything's happening. They take all of these individual fights. It all ends up working out. Marie gets getting in on the board with the rest of her teammates there, and the bomb does go down, but they are quick to get the reset there. Sorry.
I like how you ended that one up there. You were just like, so they're starting the fight and then they're ending the fight. It's just like, yeah, it's one of those rounds where instead of a big crescendo, you just get the end of the round. And I mean, hey, it's a win for Flyquest Red. With bomb down though, SKDC could go for the force here, but they elect not to.
You know what? I kind of think that's a little bit smart. Not a little bit. I think that's smart. I'm a big believer in, yeah, you get the bomb plant. First round, Wumbo. Off camera. Big kill on to Fox in towards middle, yeah. And no, I'm a big fan of the stick with pistols into the second round, save all that money, and then you come into the third round ready to go with AKs and plenty of utility and whatever else you want to potentially go with. Oh, Bibiana and Emmy have pushed aggressively forward. They're not ready for the bottom of the smoke play that Ocean might be able to pull out here.
Oh, this could be terrorizing. Ocean behind with a P250. It's Miles with the kill, but now he's picked up the M4. He's not able to convert off of it, though. Vanessa with the double on the MP9 will roll this back into a 3 versus 3, but SKDC, they push out. The mid fake has given way for the A site take. And it's 3 versus 2. They should have the bomb locked in a position here fairly soon, but Flyquest Red sitting. Oh, they don't. Wait a minute. Did they leave it back in spawn? Bibian just able to cover this.
Oh.
And just wait for Wumbo.
Wumbo actually was the one who had the bomb earlier. So he got the first kill, right? Walks back over in towards around where TV room was and dropped the bomb in that little corner before going in towards middle. And they just got left there. So Bibian on the rotate, spots it, and takes care of it.
Well, a good start for Flyquest Red. They will be facing the first of the buy rounds from SKDC, and Fox has got her off.
Big plays coming forward here from her. You can expect to see is, you know what? She's lined up for a late cat push here, which is okay. Bibian is set up to watch in that underpass area. Great opener there by Fox. We waited just a second too long, and there she goes. So opener for her. That's gonna leave mid completely in control. Flyquest Red as Wumbo picks up a big kill onto Emmy just as she's walking by into the site.
Yeah, SKDC, they realize the op is in mid after losing DSR, and so they instantly activate out onto the B-bomb site, and it's not going well for Flyquest Red. Miles, Seabass, Wumbo, everyone with the kills, and SKDC, they just overwhelm Flyquest Red with a little bit of a bait and switch on mid.
And that's, that's one of those things. They got the bomb plant down. They saved their money, went with pistols. They made it expensive in round number 2. And then round number 3, they cruise through getting all those kills. And now you're looking at Flyquest Red going Deagles and M4s. Buy down what you can. And let's see if we can try and get this back and stay in the lead.
Well, they did lose a lot of equipment on that second round to the pistols, so I mean, buying up the third round op, a risky play that unfortunately doesn't pay off, and now that's going to be surrendered over to DSR, and SKDC going to have themselves a nice round with AKs over the 2 rifles of Flyquest Red.
There goes
It
those
controls
Molotovs.
you often. Yeah.
How is Marie
control.
alive? You saw the flames there too, right?
Oh my goodness! How is she alive and DSR looking the wrong direction? Yeah, it looked like the fire was just sitting there, and she's just like, "This is fine."
Did they? You know what? They might have Molotov. Okay, I think I see what happened. They Molotov into mid window, right, and up into the vent area, right? But the flames didn't spread far enough into um ladder room to actually get anything done there. So it's a big kill from Marie onto DSR. Still has gotten away with it. There's 3 over towards A now for Flyquest Red. The problem is the bomb has made its way onto the B site. Marie is still here waiting. And I mean, Seabass has got to clear everything out. They can't trust anything. And the 110 ping, it becomes an advantage. The late peak, she'll find another kill. Ocean is going to get that one back, but the call has been made and the rotation's already come in. Fox is here, as is Vanessa. To be honest, a little bit later, but Ocean's gotten the first kill down. The bomb has gone. 3v2. I mean, it's just damage time if you're Fox here. You just want to get as many kills as possible.
Oh,
Not going to be able to get anything more. Wumbo getting the 2-piece to lock things down. We'll save the op in for another round. SKDC, tie it up.
this is interesting though from SKDC. 3 out of 4 rounds they've hit the B bomb site. The only one that they didn't was that second round kind of force buy where they sent a feeler up mid, and we're like, all right, we've got people in ramp, let's go. And they emerged without the bomb. It'll be interesting to see how Flyquest Red adapts to this, because a lot of times you'll see just how much you're allowed to take on that B bomb site on the T side, and sort of take advantage of the fact that your opponent might not know enough about you, especially in these best of ones. And I mean, now SKDC basically going to have a likely free round against the pistols, a couple of upgraded pistols, but barely any armor pieces here for Flyquest Red.
Yeah, it's all about playing the numbers game, pack mentality for Flyquest this round. You want to just overwhelm a player and, you know, pick up a gun or two, save that into the next one. You'll look a lot better for it. So they've gone in all in on the A site, which is a great call. The problem is, I think SKDC has figured this out. They're slowly making their way forward here. Miles is going to be the first entry point with Wumbo. Vivian will be revealed. No, she's not seen. Last second is able to go out, picks up that AK. Seabass goes down, and if she can save that, that's huge for the next round.
Gosh, that always feels so bad when you're getting so careful set up on Palace and somebody sitting up on balcony just comes in and mauls you. I mean, it's good money to be picked up for Flyquest Red, and at the very least, they're going to take away one of these AKs. Though I don't think Vanessa is going to be making it into Palace to salvage it. Just going to be shredded by Miles, and SKDC now up to 3.
This is the round, though. They've given SKDC the 3. They've worked their money back into the positive. Enough, and they can buy all the weapons and utility they'd like. So M4s and an op on Fox. Now's the time to get things going. Looks like an early fast play in towards a ramp. Won't have any advantage for it. Flyquest Red will counter with mid presence. Young getting aggressive here. Flashes are in. The smoke will open up. The bomb is nearly spotted there. Not to be. Marie will cover from behind, and that's the 2 players in towards mid gone. They have to be worried about over in towards Sandwich because Ocean is right there with Miles.
Yeah, SKDC putting out the feelers for the first time here on the A-bomb site. Maybe not the first time, but for the first time with some weapons in hand, and Flyquest Red caught unawares. You can see the rotation coming in from CT. They really put a lot of their eggs in the mid basket to make sure that they at least had a good rotation on either side. Now, players slipping into Firebox. Going to make this retake a little bit tenuous. Both players actually sitting so far away, so tucked, and there's only 20 seconds left on the bomb. So Flyquest Red, they need to get moving if they want this round. But Beyond up over the top, and Emmy, as the smoke blooms, a kill onto Miles D. The defuse comes through. Flyquest Red will even this one back out at 3.
Huge kills coming from both of them. Exactly when needed. You keep 3 alive. The op stays in Fox's hands. Huge across the board. SKDC will have another buy in here for sure, but I mean, it's expensive. These constant back and forth rounds. It'll happen. And puts them onto a full 5 set of AKs with utility, but not a lot left in the bank. So it's a tie round, but it's probably the linchpin of the first half. Excuse me, of the first half. Because both teams, it can go either way. And there's not a lot of money to support another fight like this.
As you say, we are a quarter into this game, and this is where this half is really going to start to unfold. As SKDC, now this mid hold I like from Flyquest Red. They're not actually using that window too heavily. They're making sure that if anyone goes too far, a step out of line, then they're in trouble. And unfortunately, it is going to be Emmy, the first one caught out of line as SKDC start to group on up.
Well, they do have all that mid pressure. They're gonna send it over in towards Khan. Smoke's coming in. And only Vanessa, well, it's Vanessa and Marie here. They're right in front of it. We'll see how that ends up.
Oh. Flyquest Red not quite ready for the peeks on in through the smoke. Miles D with the double. And this one might be time for a save. Fox is off on the B-bomb site. Bibion stuck waiting in window. Oh, a little bit of a curious cat. Walking, waiting to spot her. Wumbo Mumbo here to take away yet another rifle from Flyquest Red. And Fox now alone in the 1 versus 5. I don't think there's going to be a defuse coming in here. The only question is if we're going to get the save or not. They're chasing her in. Miles, the first one flattened, deletes DSR as well. But there's too many bodies here. Eventually, she will be overwhelmed, but not before she takes away another weapon. Oh, out of ammo. The player up in apartments. Wumbo here finally proves that you have 3 guns. 4 guns is enough to finally take down the Fox.
I think the worst part about that is she fully expected there to be a player coming in from Cat, right? She knew that there's a 5th player somewhere lurking around the map, could be coming in from Cat any second off the rotate from the A bomb site. So I've got to get back over in towards the site because I can hide there. I can stay alive there. And that's just unfortunately not the case at all. A 5th player heading in towards B apps was way too far away to be a factor in it. So it's unfortunate. However, she'll at least have a mini scope in the scout. Everybody else with pistols of some form are just looking to try and do damage over and towards the A-bomb site again.
Yeah, not a great situation. Definitely going to be feeling the hurt after that one. And SKDC, they discover the open bomb site. We can see the dots moving onto the map already. They've got the info. They've got the lead in, and all they have to do now is, well, let Seabass farm up a few kills. The one sent in to lurk. So Bibion does prove to be a little bit too spicy for him. At this point, the question is just to survive for Flyquest Red. Hopefully able to salvage a rifle. Maybe able to get a couple more frags. To, at the very least, get some more team money sent across, but that scout salvaged. Vanessa now looking for the shots. Tag onto Wumbo, but it's Miles to trade that on back. 5-3 in the favor of SKDC.
The buy should be coming in this round. I think they're figuring out what they want to do. Oh, I think that's actually a timeout been called. Looking at the time, yeah, there we go. Timeout's been called. Talking things over with Coach Shake. Making sure everything's all set. Utility buying practical amounts. Had potential there for a second. I could have seen something like Marie buying another op and giving it over to Emmy, or keeping it herself and kind of using the double op setup positionally, but they're going to just stick with one for now. Get as much utility as possible as a result. And again, we're back with a full rifle round. Let's hopefully see that Flyquest Red can do better this time around.
Yeah, I mean, this is one thing that I feel like I've called out in a couple of... there was at least one game this season where it felt like Fox wasn't getting to pick up that often. So I'm really glad to see that the money has been talked about for Flyquest Red, and Fox has a very certain score right now. But this one about to be an A hit. SKDC getting out very quickly. Fox has already fixed the scoreline issue, and Vanessa coming in from jungle to join on into this one. SKDC, they haven't put down a lot of the typical utility. Vanessa able to slip back into connector, but the ticket is pretty open. Bibian does get sprayed down, but 4 versus 2. And SKDC, it feels like they've played this one a little bit lackadaisically, though with the aim going the way that it is, maybe okay. Ocean, 1 versus 2, spots the player into connector, tag onto Vanessa. But it looks like he's just gonna give up the ghost here and head on over to B.
Okay. That's Ocean for you right there in a nutshell. Great use of just getting out of there when he can to get the bomb down. And all of a sudden, Vanessa is now waiting for her teammate to come in. They decide to go together over in towards Cat. Switch over, Bogdan's Law. And then she's gonna run forward with a pistol. Okay, sure. I have to support this. And the tap on the bomb goes through. Neither of them are really looking towards this van hiding spot. Ocean's giving it to the last second.
Oh my goodness.
Brilliant.
Well, that was an interesting round. It felt like SKDC kind of walked into the A-bomb site, just kind of had their heads high, and were just like, yeah, we're here. What's up? Kind of got blown apart one at a time, and then it was up to Ocean to salvage things, which at that point was just a little bit too much to ask. But now SKDC, a little bit less than a full buy.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned it being a little bit lackadaisical of a round. I kind of have that feeling that we're going to get another one of those now. SKDC isn't, there's this bunch of guys who are fairly high-level players playing together at a high level of competition, right? So interesting to see that kind of come through in a round. You can see it, honestly. Like, some rounds, the pack mentality really works for them, as it is now with all this utility coming in. It looks a lot better than it was the round before. But can they hold this together? Vivian Spam is coming through. Marie, she's going to re-up with her MP9. Problem is, you guys are there to cover. Fox, lots of Molotovs at her feet. She is burning.
Oh,
no escape.
Oh, no. That's the... how do I get out of the fire? How do I get out of the fire? Oh no, the fire! Oh, Bibian just kissing DSR through the smoke. Unfortunately, he's ready for it. Oh, the spray down nearly connecting as well. Now it's up to Vanessa. 1 versus 2. Pistol comes out. 2 kills, but Seabass here to make sure that this round goes in the favor of SKDC. Oh my goodness. Well, that round felt like everything that was missing from the previous round from SKDC fall into place. The utility was there, the pre-aims, the pre-fires, everything that was missing from round number 9 hit in round number 10. And 6-4.
I'll have to see how round 11 goes now. Again, back to the pistols for Flyquest Red. This time they're gonna hide over in towards the B site. Usually on the pistol round, they're in with hidden set over towards the A side. This time, Bibian aggressive in towards Apps will open up for Fox to get the trade. She's looking to find some more here. Emmy is getting antsy. She doesn't want to be boosted up anymore. She just wants to take it to them.
They won't come fight me. I want to fight too. Yeah, no, I can. I definitely feel that the wait, you're taking the fights and now they're not going to come fight me.
Oh, finesse again. The pistol play is coming through. It's one of those things that Flyquest Red has always been applauded for how structured their force-ups are, their pistol rounds are. And you could see right then, it just the shots weren't connecting, but the play itself was set up quite well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Flyquest Red adapted well to what was seen earlier on in the game, which is SKDC like the B site. And so you might as well go stack the B site, see if they show up, and they did. But pistols, again, I wonder what would have happened if the fights were not taken as aggressively and Flyquest Red had allowed SKDC to get a little bit further. Either way, though, 7-4 and full buy for Flyquest Red. Good start, too. Return from Wumbo.
Gotta really be watching here for Emmy, though, because these players are going to start to come through the smoke, and she's going to handle them one after another. It's just DSR who's finally able to pull it all together. Fox, what a shot. Absolutely decking. DSR leaves it all to Wumbo. And low HP. Fox will retreat. Give the time and space. The bomb is in towards Cat. Or is
Yeah,
it?
with the
Hold on.
HP,
Where
though,
is
she
it?
doesn't even need the AWP, so see if...
Oh, it's on the B site. It's right below her. Okay, I was wrong. That's my bad.
She knows that Wumbo's got to come to her. She doesn't have to go too terribly far. She can stay inside of apartments and just wait. The timer getting pretty darn low, 35 seconds. Wumbo looks like he's just going to try to reclaim that bomb and get it planted as fast as possible. Just a game of Battleship. E6. Oh, there it is. Finally locating that one perfect shot. And it will be Flyquest Red. Close this one out 5-7.
All things considered, that's a really good half coming in. Flyquest Red, they struggled a little bit in the middle, right? SKDC finding what, 5 rounds in a row, three rounds in a row. Yeah, they found a solid 5 rounds in the middle section there, and then we're able to carry it over with a few more on top. But Flyquest Red firing back, getting back up to 5, coming into this half with momentum, especially on their T side. We'll look to see them play a little bit more aggressively, maybe, than previous, but definitely more towards a default lean, as they've got Marie working in tandem here with Bibian in towards lower to take some mid pressure.
Well, they've spotted Seabass already, trying to push on into Palace, so that does weaken up this A-bomb side a little bit, but 2 players stacked here could be a dangerous proposition. Marie with Bibian behind her, and it's the double kill for Flyquest Red. That A site is fully unlocked. Miles and Ocean now 2 versus 5, and not a favorable rotation ahead of them.
Whoa, it's
What a
labored, but
spin
Fox
down.
will get that. Miles
the
does have
dualies,
some extra
though.
words. Hold on. It's still working here. 1v3. Miles would have to win. It would be a 1v5 at that point. 5k 1v5. Get this over the line.
Yep.
It's not to happen, though. Marie will end that before it can officially really get started. Here's the thing, though. Right? We're looking at this previously. Flyquest Red on that CT side. A lot of it was reacting to what SKDC did to them, right? They did have some pushes. They did have some map control procedures that they went through. However, you have to think, when you get to that T side, you're the one setting the pace. You're the one setting the tone. And Flyquest Red right there just set the tone and said, hey, we're going to go fast. We're going to get up into your face. And you're going to have to deal with it. We'll see how it goes into round number 2 as they do pick up those MP7s. A Galil and a few AKs to pad the firepower against the pistols.
I mean, this is Flyquest Red taking both pistol rounds. They did allow the bomb to go down on CT, but they won the round in the end, so it's at least a good pattern to work off of. And, I mean, you watch a lot of these advanced games, and Flyquest Red are doing a fairly good job on pistols in general. Emmy just wanders out of Palace right into DSR. Ocean melted as well, and this A-bomb site has been runneth over. Seabass just waiting behind the ticket, waiting to take their pass. But it is going to be the bomb planted, and Flyquest Red 5 versus 2 in the post plant. This is a dangerous spot here. Seabass, not even needed. Wumbo emerges from behind ticket. Good nade to Kobe. Seabass away. Wumbo in a very difficult spot. Some would say impossible, as Fox appears behind him.
And we're all tied up. We're looking good. We'll see how this round goes, of course, though. SKDC into their buy. Finally, they've got the rifles. That third round of asking. Waiting to see what they were going to do with all that saved cash. Not a lot of utility across the board, though. There's remnants, but overall, Ocean's the only one with a full set, considering he bought into an MP9. The rest of them with rifles. It's going to be a bit more of a mid-heavier section here. Got Seabass in towards Khan. He's going to be up close and personal, as well as Miles. That's smoking towards mid. He's going to have Bibion and Marie going aggressive yet again. This duo trying to do a ton.
Dangerous. The window player, Wumbo, in ladder, just waiting for the smoke, waiting for somebody to cross his path. And now we can see, now this setup from SKDC emerges. Not to take mid control, but it's to take it back with these rifles. Flyquest Red, they realize that just how many guns have been placed here, and they take that A-bomb site very quickly. Oh, the response from SKDC, though, on this retake. Wumbo and Miles, a couple of kills for them, and it's just Vanessa left, needed, and removed. Miles with the kill, and SKDC will take that lead back.
Yeah, it's rough, unfortunately. They're getting a little caught out in the positioning. All those smokes down, Emmy was very brazen in her attempt to get that rifle back, or get a rifle into her hands to try and even the odds up a little bit, unfortunately, just because of how SKDC moved in towards the site. That's how it goes. Back into the lead they go, and Flyquest Red looks like they're going to take a pistol buy here. Keep as much money as possible in the back pocket, and then you can come into the next few rounds ready to go with a little bit of extra cash.
Well, this one is also just following the pattern of the first half, right? Flyquest Red, they took the pistol, they took the conversion, and then SKDC, as soon as the guns came out, were positioned perfectly. With the weapons, it's going to be a rough... Oh my goodness, Miles! Oh no, that spam catches Emmy, and that's going to give the info over to Ocean. He gets the molly down, but not soon enough. Marie falling out of apartments is going to be good for the one, but Miles sprays down 2 in response, and this B take has been completely nullified by SKDC.
And here we go. Fox with the op. Few AKs. There we go. We'll get the rest of the buy-in there. And this is the big round, right? We talked about it at the 3-3 scoreline. That was the linchpin round of the first half, just at the end of the quarter. This is the big one of the second. Gotta win this rifle round. You gotta stop the bank from continuing to fill for SKDC.
Well, I mean, this is a pivotal round money-wise. If Flyquest Red can secure it, there's definitely a path back into this game. But SKDC have had some fairly strong gun rounds so far, so now that they're on the defending side, see how they set up. Interestingly, they are mostly positioned toward that mid, so Flyquest Red starting in towards A. We've seen them maul the site in the past against other teams. This time, though, nobody's home. Seabass going to be the first one to wander back on in and into Emmy's crosshair, though. The response out of DSR is huge and enormous with the third from Miles. And a 4 versus 2 now as Flyquest Red try to pick up the pieces. Beyond coming in through connector. Who spots the first, but Wumbo ready for her, and Fox is up. not quite as sharp as you'd expect, and this time Wumbo able to quash that attack. SKDC onto double digits.
That's probably a lot of not a lot. It's a series of unfortunate events there. I don't think there was enough smokes for Flyquest Red when they went onto the A site. Emmy had a great position to use the one that they did have in a really good spot, but then, I mean, there's too many other players coming through, and when you give someone like DSR a big chance to get something like that over the line, it doesn't really end up working out that well. So, see how this goes now. Pistols in hand. If they run out to the site now, they stand a really good chance, actually, of getting a bomb plant down and potentially causing a bit of a stir. But as for now, I'm just going to let the time cook a little bit here.
Flyquest Red were completely grouped toward the A-bomb site. So SKDC, you could see them kind of probing for information in mid. And when Flyquest Red didn't appear toward B at all, it kind of gave the signal for SKDC to just flow on in. And, I mean, bomb down on this round is fantastic. SKDC are going to be on 11 against the pistols of Flyquest Red, but now, at the very least, there should be money for another buy, another chance for Flyquest Red.
Yeah, and this is like, I'm not gonna say last gasp, but this is really your best shot to both deny fighting for overtime, but also to get the rounds a little bit closer here on the side of it all. So, not gonna be any money left in the pocket if SKDC win this one for Flyquest Red. And they're back at it again. Full AKs up in hand to Fox. And again, heavy lean over towards the A site. They really want to make this one work. So they're going to try and give their best shot. Going quick out onto the site. Seabass will be the first to take a fight. Oh, no.
Oh, Emmy's completely lost him. He's just sitting up on balcony waiting for them. And the nades rain in. Flyquest Red, they get flattened by utility. Seabass, he's not scared at all. He just wanders into the fire and Miles behind him. SKDC make mincemeat of Flyquest Red. Even worse still, there's so much money on this SKDC side. So going into what could be the final round, there's not going to be any stopping SKDC. Flyquest Red now need 5 in a row, and it's going to be a long road to the OT.
We've seen crazier happen before. Marie getting things started by going out to it quickly. Utility is there to hide the CTs from her view, but Seabass is up front. He won't be ready for that. At least initially. We'll get the trade-off, but Bibion is still here, as has been the case so far and towards the mid-push. Marie goes in first, but Bibion is quickly there to follow up. The problem is Seabass was ready himself. He knows how they operate. He'll find the second kill. And that means it's all left to the 3 here, and Vanessa, Fox, and Emmy onto the A site.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a flat attack here now that everything mid has fallen for Flyquest Red. There's not a whole lot of space left for Vanessa and Fox to work, but that's a good way to gain a little bit back. SKDC already starting to encroach upon this. 2 players into connector, just waiting to see if Flyquest Red repeak it. Vanessa and Fox will elect to head through CT and try to give them the slip. Ooh, though that little spray is going to give some information away. We can already see Wumbo on the X-ray. Fox ducks under, is able to spot him, and it's just going to send him scampering back toward jungle, but he peeks his head out just another time. Should be enough time to get this bomb down, but 2 versus 2 could be a difficult proposition for Flyquest Red.
Both players moving in towards Cat together. We'll get that boost off. Fox will spot 1. Second now spotted. There's all the lineup coming through as they continue to work their way as far forward as possible. Great flash there by Vanessa to give Fox a little bit of support. Ocean now still close in towards that site. They'll spam him down. And that's just great awareness coming in. Fox getting the spot, but then also remaining alive is huge. Make sure that they get another round on the board. 12-8. They're not dead yet.
Just dancing around that bench. I mean, just dodging bullets like she's in the Matrix. That was some damn good moves for Fox. Though, interesting move from SKDC. They've decided to entirely forego the AWP. So going into round number 21, we are a scopeless server.
Ooh. Once again, they'll try and give this A site a go. Utility heavily used here by SKDC to try and hold them off. It took Flyquest a second to get out, though. They wanted to make sure that all that utility was used initially, and here comes the full rotation in 3 from CT, 2 in from that stairs area. Wumbo will find Vivian quickly. She was trying to wrap around and get that hidden kill. Emmy has gotten a trade back, but definitely all over the place here. Lots of damage across lots of people. Fox had gotten a kill. She's gone down to Ocean now, as Miles is still onto the site. They haven't been able to get that purchase yet. They're hidden in towards these little corners. Vanessa will go down. The immediate trade is there. As Marie and Emmy are still alive. Make it just Emmy. She's got to try and get this over the line with 50 seconds left on the clock. She does have the bomb and could potentially beat them on the rotate if she's fast enough towards the B site.
Yeah, full bloodbath. Just everybody rush out onto the A-bomb site and fight. Something that has worked in the past, but SKDC capable of handling even the best shots out of Flyquest Red. So Emmy getting over to this B-bomb site, she should arrive. Went a little Sean Connery there. She should arrive before the rotation from SKDC.
She's made too much
just
noise now,
just a touch late, and she's been jumping around. She's been making noise. Wumbo is more than aware of this, and Ocean going to be called over as well. She will get the bomb down, but this 1 versus 2 has become quite difficult as SKDC, they've both got some great rifles, an AK and an M4 all set to go, and Wumbo's having a fantastic game for himself already. Emmy just waiting over by Empty Pillar, waiting for the push on in. She's going to spot Ocean, but she looks away just at the wrong time, and the timing goes to SKDC, as does the game, 13-8. They go to 5-2 on the season, and Flyquest Red will drop to 4-3.
That's probably one of the most upsetting moves that I've seen in a little bit, where just that split second timing where as she's turning away, I mean, we have the radar, we can see them through the walls, but you can just see like Ocean's arm is just starting to stick out as she moves away to check that other corner where Wumbo was getting ready to make a play. It's so unfortunate. You can see there Wumbo and Miles definitely having a big game. The players that coming into this, I didn't really know much about them. They're the ones that are really putting it forward to game. Fox, 20 kills on the server. She has a great match for herself really there. Vanessa did well as well, but yeah, unfortunately it just, the rounds themselves, while they seemed close in terms of the kill counts, the actual actions coming through pretty much always were going towards SKDC at the end of it all.
Wumbo with the mumbo jumbo, definitely making sure to keep SKDC in this one. But I mean, honestly, it's a good game either way. 13-8. We would have hoped for a little bit closer, but still very well played by all of the Flyquest Red players. And it does look. I did go and have a quick look at schedules, and it looks like we may have gotten rescheduled. I was all ready to hype this week up. It's like, we're gonna have this big week. We've got SKDC on one day, and then the next day we're gonna go fight Lag. But as we brought up in the pre-show, everything is getting started again, so it's not just ESEA anymore, and so a lot of games are going to be moved around. So it looks like the Lag game has been moved to a whole week from Sunday.
It's a while away. Yeah, they've snuck that one away for now. Yeah, that's unfortunate to see. I was actually really excited to cast tomorrow, but I mean, such is the life, right? You've got Dust 2 US League. You've got, I believe, CCT's upcoming very soon. I didn't actually check the schedule on that one yet. You've got ESEA. ECL is around the corner as well. It all just kind of in at once, and you got to roll with the punches on that one. So, I mean, as of right now, F9 is the next. Sorry, F5 Esports. F5 Esports is the next game up on the 9th of February. And then, yeah, as you said, lag is going to be on February 15th, the day before my birthday. I'll get
Happy birthday.
maybe get a little special treat. It's a ways away. You don't have to happy birthday me yet. We've got like
Okay.
we've got 13 days. It's okay. I could. All right. I don't really know if we have any much more to go on from that. It's an unfortunate loss. We they did their best, but it wasn't able to get over the line. Floofies, is there any kind of final thoughts you got before we get out of here?
No, I mean Fox doing well for her debut. I'll call it her debut ESEA game, right? She was the worst
Mm,
kept secret for the first couple weeks of the season. I would say her real debut game was yesterday with us too, but her debut
yeah.
ESEA game, good game. Definitely room to improve from here, and we are hoping to continue doing well this season. With that said, make sure you're following our socials to know when the next games are. Make sure you're following the channel. You know, it's a good way to continue to know when the games are, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.